We've got a Bronze Age horror comic mail call. Let's see if I fucked up. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Paper Chase channel. Thanks for stopping in again. These are really fun. I like to do this. I get some books from eBay or online, and I kind of pay top dollar based off of what I think the condition is. So what the purpose of this video is, I want you guys to evaluate these books with me in real time as I see them, and then hopefully we can kind of come to a conclusion on what the minimum grade's going to be, and did I or did I not make a good decision by purchasing these books for the money I did. Now, these books are some of my favorite books. It's Bronze Age horror books. I love these. These books are probably the heart of my collection, and I can't wait to lay eyes on these and unbox them with you guys. And of course, real quick, before we dig into the boxes, I want to remind you, like, subscribe, all that great stuff. Check out the descriptions for where I sell books, whatnot, eBay, Instagram, things like that. Also, Thursday nights, we do the Into the Void podcast with Reverend Wormwood. You can follow him there on Instagram. Really quick backstory on what we're going to be viewing here. This is going to be mainly 2 books that just got in. I'm actually waiting for possibly one more. It literally says out for delivery right now. So if this thing shows up on my doorstep while filming this video, I'm going to throw it into the mix and we're going to evaluate it here as well. I'm going to throw in a couple of other books that I was going to do a video like this for, but I couldn't. So a couple of other books I did get a few months back, but I really want your guys' opinion on the condition on these and what I paid for it and what you think the grade's going to be. I think some of those you might be particularly amazed by because they are pretty gorgeous, but we'll evaluate them together. Who knows, maybe your eyes are different than mine and we'll see something else I don't. So without further ado, let's tear into these babies. Alright, so the first book, as we can see, is Tomb of Dracula, issue number 2. This thing is really hard to get in high grade because of that black cover, of course. Now, on the eBay listing, I did see, that it had some spine ticks and things like that, and I also did see our major defect on this book, which is going to be in the bottom right-hand corner when we get back there. But overall, the colors look great, and you can see that about 1.5 inch crease right there on the bottom right corner, and that's going to be our big defect on this book. In some spots it breaks color, in some spots it doesn't, but we're just going to go ahead and just say it's about 1.5 inch crease and grade it based off of that. And as we flip it over to the back, you can see it's actually pretty white. Nothing too crazy going on as far as tanning or heavy foxing. Some minor smudges and dirt and stuff on the left hand side that needs to be clean. Minor wear at the top left that I'm seeing. That looks maybe like some printer's ink on the top right. Page quality looks pretty good. I'd probably say it's white to off-white pages. We do have a minor stamp in that top left-hand corner. Stamps can be allowable for certain eras in comics just because they were so common. Not bad. Pretty much what I think I saw on the listing. I don't think anything surprising here, so that's good. We don't want to see anything new. I buy it based off of what's visible on the listing, and then hopefully that is it. ASM, this is 124. This is the first appearance of Man-Wolf. Really cool cover. So the big thing that was kind of worrying me on this book was this little minor wear right there, and just barely breaks color. Then we have some minor wear on the right hand side here, and you can just see a little bit of kind of like chipping, like a couple of little nicks. And other than that, The book is pretty solid. Spine ticks are minimal, if any, maybe 1 or 2. Little minor bend in that bottom left corner, but that'll press out really easy. Okay, and now we're going to flip this over to the back. Obviously, you can see the crease in the top left corner with some indentions there. I don't think that this is going to leave a color breaking line on it. We'll get to that in a little bit. You got some minor just kind of bending and wear. That all should press out at the bottom there. That should be okay. So this crease here I looked at on multiple shades of light. I looked at it from the back side, the front side, and I really don't think that that breaks color. And there's going to be a couple more you're going to see right here at the bottom left-hand side. For the most part, those in the bottom left do not break color either. There might be a really small couple of spaces where you might have that little vein where you can tell that it breaks the color. It's kind of hard to tell breaking color on a white cover. If it does break color in a couple of spots, he may or may not see that. But overall, it's a gorgeous book. Couple little minor creases and wear on it, but looks better than a lot that I've seen on eBay for sure. Page quality, definitely going to be white pages. And there's the history in the books right there. That's the first appearance right there on that first top couple panels. First appearance of Man-Wolf in Marvel Comics. Pretty cool. And I gotta say, the artwork inside of this is amazing. Really, really good interiors on this. So that'll do it for that one. I think the notes on this one are going to be very light creasing and very light wear on the top right side of the cover. I think that's going to be the graders notes on this once this thing comes back. Of course, fully cleaned and pressed and all that aside, I think those are going to be the defects. So that's the two books that just got in, and I'm pretty happy with both of them. Alright, now we've got a Tomb of Dracula issue number 16. This is a part of a set of 3 that I ordered a few months back of Tomb of Dracula books that were just, I thought were immaculate. And we're going to go over these. So the covers are great. The corners are super sharp. And you're going to see one of the only defects here is going to be on the bottom left corner. Ultra high gloss on this book here. It's pretty insane. This is off the shelf, just like day one of release. That's why I really paid top dollar for these books. And I'm going to put what I paid for all these books too on the screen so you can kind of see. But this is not pressed yet. I haven't done anything to this book yet. Colors are insane. I mean, it's just like it's been out of the elements. The pages are snow white. Unreal. And here's the only defect, is that very, very bottom, very minor spine tick that breaks color. The bottom left-hand side. And other than that, there's not a single spine tick on the entire book, other than just that one. Alright, next up is going to be a Tomb of Dracula number 5. This thing is gorgeous, and you can see right there, that is our only defect on this book, is a small indentation that just needs to be pressed out. And that is it. Other than that, the book is flawless. Sharp corners. The reds on this are, as you can see, just crazy, crazy vibrant. Whites are white. Same page quality as the last book. Off the shelf. It's pretty much just like a new release. These blew my mind. Page quality is exactly the same. All right, and then this thing here, this is so gorgeous. You can see the gloss on it. You can see the high page quality on it. This book is pretty much perfect. I can't wait to see what this looks like when it gets pressed. Now that up top there, that is a little bit of distribution ink, which is allowable and common in Bronze Age Marvel books, especially Tomb of Dracula, and that is allowable in a 9.8. The only thing is this very small color breaking spine tick at the very bottom left, and that is it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you the book, my final minimum, what I think the book could get, and then the estimated fair market value if the book hits that grade. Okay, another book we looked at was Tomb of Dracula, issue number 2. Of course, our big defect here was this crease coming across the bottom right corner there. With the crease, the spine ticks, and the minor stamp in the top left-hand corner there, I think this book will come back probably around a 7.5. So 7.5, and here is our fair market value. I'm thinking this one might be the worst. Not like it's a terrible bind, but I think this one might be the least profitable. Although these aren't going to be technically for sale just yet. I'm not really thinking about selling these right off the hand, but if I were to let go of these, I think this would be the least profitable one. All right, this gorgeous, gorgeous book, maybe one of my favorites in my horror collection here, The Tomb of Dracula 18. We have got one tiny spine tick at the bottom corner here. The rest of this book, I think, is going to knock the grader's socks off. Just by the page quality alone, it is literally off the shelf, sturdy, and the gloss on it is extremely high. That might give that one spine tick a pass. I don't know. But this book, I will be shocked if this book grades below a 9.6. And here's our fair market value for that. Gorgeous freaking book. Okay, The Tomb of Dracula number 5. Again, the only defect on this one was a tiny, tiny little bitty indentation here, which I can get out. This book at a bare minimum is going to grade at a 9.6. Again, these books are extremely high grade for their age, so comparison is something that the CGC graders take into account whenever they grade these books. They look at other books that they have graded in the past of likeness, and if this is above a lot of them, it's going to give it a little bit of bump. So a 9.6 possibility at a 9.8 for sure. The 9.6 value is this, and then the 9.8 value is this. All right, Tomb Dracula number 16. Awesome cover here as well. We looked at this one. Really the only issue on this one is, again, another tiny little spine tick right there. So I'm going to say this one's going to grade back at a minimum of a 9.6 with the possibility of a 9.8. And the 9.6 is this, and the 9.8 is this. This badassery of a book, we had the ASM 124, first appearance of Manwolf, with the tiny, tiny crease at the very top that is almost unnoticeable. A little bit of minor wear. I'm thinking this book's going to come back a 9.0. So that's my prediction on this book. 9.0. Let me know if you guys agree. Here's the 9.0 value. Let's say if we get lucky and we get a 9.2. This is the value on the 9.2. That would be amazing. I got to say, John Romita's Spider-Man is becoming some of my favorite Spider-Man art. And this is actually Gil Kane, I think, did the cover, or did the colors on this. So I believe it's Romita pencils, Gil Kane coloring and inking on this, which you can definitely see the similarity between the two as far as the color and the inking goes. So I really love them two working together. Yeah, Romita Spider-Man is right there with Todd McFarlane for me, and he's really kind of escalating on my favorite. I don't know. I just really dig these Bronze Age Spidey books. So that's the haul, y'all. Bronze Age, horror goodness. Love these books so much. Thanks for evaluating them with me. Can't wait to hear what you guys think of them in the description below. And I can't wait to submit these for grading. This is going to be a good one. Again, don't forget, check out the links below for where I sell books. Plug, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, who gives a crap? Love y'all.